Hello everyone, this is Unravel, or Rap for short. Right now I'm playing in Pokemon Pearl, and I'm going to be catching the Lake Guardian in this video. But first, I need to pick up a couple things to make it a little bit easier. First of all, coming into this building in Celestic Town and talking to this old man, we can buy some balls that we need for catching these Pokemon. The Dusk Ball, the Quick Ball, and the Timer Ball are perhaps the best balls you can use to catch these Pokemon. Now, of course, you can use any balls you want. For instance, I've caught many Pokemon in balls just because they're coloration matched. But these are just the most effective that I found for catching these. I'll explain why a little bit later. But next, we are going to be heading to the Veilstone Department Center, and we are going to be heading to the TM floor. And we are going to be picking up TM54, which is False Swipe. We're going to be teaching this to my Absol in a little bit. Anyways, now that our Absol knows False Swipe, we also want a Pokemon that can inflict a status condition. Usually something like Spore or Thunder Wave is usually good, so I'm going to be using this Electivire here that I have that knows Thunder Wave, and then I'll be switching to our Absol to False Swipe the Pokemon to get it as close to 1 HP as possible. Anyways, once you are completely prepared to catch these Pokemon, the first one we're going to go to is the Valor Lakefront because we're the closest to it. Eventually we'll be heading up to the Acuity Lakefront and we will end up at Verity Lakefront at the very end. Anyways, once you have completely prepared for your battle, I recommend you save in front of the Legendary, just to make it so that if you accidentally kill it, you can still encounter it. But anyways, let's go ahead and battle this Azelf, and then we will try to catch it. So here we go, the legendary music is playing. And here we go, encountering the first of the Lake Guardians, Azelf. We send out our Electivire first, and if I'm remembering correctly, Azelf should be level 50. It is level 50. First thing you should do when you start this battle, if you want to catch it in a Quick Ball, for instance, or if you just don't care what ball it's in, I recommend you throw a Quick Ball. It's always best to throw it on the very first turn of battle, as it has a 5x capture rate. So, since it failed, I'll be using Thunder Wave, and then I'll be switching to our Absol, and we will be false swiping it. So first, here goes my Thunder Wave, and it landed. So now this Azelf is paralyzed, and then we'll be switching to our Absol and false swiping it. I don't know exactly what moves this Pokemon has, but if it has any Psychic moves, they will not affect our Absol, which is always nice. That way he can stay out a little bit longer. My Absol is a little weak compared to this Pokemon, but it should be fine. We're going to go ahead and use False Swipe. Psychic does not affect us, so that's good. False Swipe comes in, and it looks like I'm going to have to do this several times, so I'll be back until False Swipe is ready. As I'm False Swiping, the Azelf used its last move. It knows Imprison, Psychic, Extrasensory, and Nasty Plot. So by having a Dark-type Pokemon, this Azelf can do absolutely nothing to me, as all of its moves are Psychic-type. And now it is down to 1 HP. Now, the other two balls that I mentioned, Dusk Balls, work best in a cave, which we are currently in, so it has the highest capture rate right now that it's possible. And after a while, if I run out of Dusk Balls for whatever reason, Timer Balls will have become more powerful. But anyways, let's go ahead and throw a Dusk Ball and hope for the best. We should have the best capture rate for catching this Azelf right now, but it still broke out, so I'll just keep trying. Eventually, you will catch Azelf. And if your Absol is weak like mine was, then it'll level up several times. But then you can add it to your dex and move on to the next one. Next, we are flying to Snowpoint City so that we can go to the next lake and find the next Lake Guardian. Once you surf to the middle of the lake, go ahead and run in, and just repeat the same process that you used for catching Azelf. And eventually you will catch the second Lake Guardian. And now our next Lake Guardian that we catch is a little bit different than the last two. So let's go on and move to the last lake. we fly to Twin Leaf Town, and we will enter the lake that we visited at the very beginning of our journey. Mesprite is a little bit different to Azelf and Uxie. We talk to it, and we get a cutscene instead of something else, and it says Mesprite flew off somewhere. And at this point, Professor Rowan walks in, and he tells us, "Unraveled, that was Mesprite, wasn't it? You've accomplished what I'd asked you to do at the Canalav Library. I asked you to get data on the Pokemon of the lake, and you did. But it didn't provide any answers about the mysteries of evolution. I still don't know why some Pokemon evolve and others don't. Ultimately, it only deepened the mystery. But having these mysteries to solve, that adds to my enjoyment. Unraveled, why don't you chase after Mesprite? To me, it seemed as if it wanted to play with you. If you were to use the marking app on your Pokédex, you'd be able to track the movements of Pokemon. Go on, Unraveled. I'm sure you will keep meeting countless Pokemon and people. Those encounters will keep thrilling you in their own special ways. I'll help you enjoy that experience. Take care, Unraveled." And Professor Rowan leaves. And he gives us a big hint on what to do next. We need to use the marking app, so I'm going to show you where to grab that real quick, and then we are going to hunt down Mesprite. First, we need to fly to Jubilife City. Once we're in Jubilife, we are going to move towards Canalav City. So we're going to head this way, head up the route, walk past the Jubilife TV Center, and we're going to walk into this place here. And you're going to talk to the president, and if you've received a lot of badges, which you should at this point if you're able to catch the Lake Guardians, he will give you the marking app. Once you have the marking app, go ahead and open your Pokédex. Oops, let's go ahead and... I am not good at opening this yet. Okay. And you want to go to number 12 on your Pokédex. And that will open up to the marking app. Now, this little symbol right here is currently where Mesprite is. However, if you fly near where Mesprite is, it will run away. So the best way in order to encounter this Pokemon is to find a loading zone and constantly shift back and forth from it. So if I'm correct, if we move over to this side of Canalav City, okay, it didn't move. Let me move to my usual place, and we will start moving and have Mesprite come find us. So currently we are in Salacian Town, and we can see that Mesprite moved once I used Fly. It was up in this area here, and now it's here. So all we're going to do is we're going to move back and forth across the border, and as you can see, Mesprite is moving as I do so. And our goal is to get it to be at least somewhere close to us so that we can go and catch it very easily. So now we can see that it's just below us. If we come down again, it moved far away. So I recommend you do this several times until it gets close enough to you for you to just easily catch yourself. So I'm going to move back and forth until Mesprite appears in Route 210. Eventually, after lots of trial and error, Mesprite will eventually appear on the same route as you, and then you just have to run in the grass and hope you find it. You can use a repel trick to make it so that it's the only Pokemon that you can encounter, but you just have to kind of wait and see when it shows up. And here we go. We encountered Mesprite. Now, here's the thing. It is going to run away from you the first chance it gets. So I'm going to list everything that you need in order to catch this Pokemon right now. So that way you know what you need prepared before you get into this battle, like I have. One of the first things that can keep Mesprite from running away from you is the ability Shadow Tag. In this in Pokemon Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl, only 2 Pokemon get Shadow Tag, which is Wynot and Wobbuffet. However, they don't have any attacking moves. So if you were to add them to your team, they wouldn't be able to do anything to help you catch Mesprite easier. All you would really get is being able to throw a quick ball at it. So these are not a good idea to have on your team. Next are Pokemon with the ability Block. Block makes it so that the Pokemon can't run away. It's a move, so you have to use it. And if your Pokemon is slower than Mesprite, it can run away before you even get a chance to use your move. And all the Pokemon on screen are the Pokemon that learn Block on level up, which means you get them early on and they can just level them up and get Block. However, all of these Pokemon on screen are too slow, and Mesprite can just run away from you before you can do anything. There are some Pokemon that learn Block by breeding, which are on screen. However, many of these Pokemon are way too slow, and it doesn't work. So, let's get rid of all the ones that are too slow, leaving us with Feraligatr, Glalie, and Frostlass. However, Feraligatr is just a little bit too slow, so if you gave it a couple speed EVs, it might be able to outspeed Mesprite and use Block effectively. Glalie is in the same boat. It has the exact same speed stat as Mesprite, so it could run away. And Frostlass, good to go. It's a lot faster than Mesprite. So we can kind of get rid of Feraligatr, leaving Glalie and Frostlass as your best bet for block Pokemon. Moving on to the Pokemon that can learn Mean Look. Mean Look is the traditional move that lots of people use to keep legendaries from running away from you. First of all, however, there are some Pokemon that we need to eliminate right away, and that's all the Poison-type Pokemon. Even though 2 of these Pokemon are a lot faster than Mesprite, they're Poison types, meaning they take super effective damage from Mesprite, which means we can't use them. Next, let's go ahead and eliminate Smoochum. It's a baby Pokemon. It's not going to be outspeeding. It's going to be weak. It's going to die right away. There's no point in having it. Next, let's get rid of the remaining Pokemon that are too slow to catch Mesprite. And that is all of these Pokemon. Honchkrow just got too slow from its level up from Murkrow, and even if you gave it some speed EVs, there's still a small chance it might not outspeed if your Pokemon isn't a higher level than Mesprite. So we're just going to get rid of these, leaving us with these 4 remaining Pokemon. Next, we've got the Mean Look Pokemon that learn Mean Look by breeding. And first of all, let's get rid of these slow Pokemon. So all of these Pokemon are too slow or are weak to Psychic type moves, so we're not going to use them, leaving us with Girafarig, Gardevoir, Gallade, and Absol. Finally, in eventually, some point in the game, they added a move called Spiderweb, but it doesn't exist in Pokemon Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl, so there's no Pokemon with it, so we can't use it. Finally, these are all of the Pokemon that either know Block or Mean Look that are faster or can be faster than Mesprite. The ones that can be faster being Feraligatr and Absol if you raise them correctly. However, we're trying to catch this Pokemon, so we want an ability or a move that makes it easier to catch, like either Thunder Wave or Stun Spore or something of that sort. And 3 of these Pokemon cannot learn a status-afflicting move, which is Jinx, Feraligatr, and Glalie, so we can't use them to make catching Mesprite easier. So these are all of the remaining Pokemon that could make catching Mesprite easier. Just teach these Pokemon Mean Look, Block in the case of Frostlass, and give them all the TM Thunder Wave, which I don't think is available until the post-game. So just do your best, I guess, if you want to catch Mesprite while it's roaming. It might be best to just wait until post-game. Or, if you were like me, and you managed to catch your box legendary, or you still managed to keep your Master Ball saved, you can use your Master Ball on Mesprite, and you don't have to go through any of the trouble of weakening it and lowering its HP. Now, obviously it's going to be in a Master Ball, and some people don't like the Master Ball, but it just makes catching Mesprite a little bit easier. And anyways, that's probably the fastest way to catch Mesprite. And once you've done that, you've caught all 3 of the Lake Guardians. Anyways, I hope you liked this how to catch the legendary Lake Guardian Pokemon. If you enjoyed, please leave a like, and I'll see you next time. Peace.